I know. I gotta go. Bye. Hey, hi there. I was just phoning home. Anyway, I should turn off the TV. Sorry, I was just watching Entertainment Tonight, the authoritative source of entertainment and celebrity news with unprecedented access to Hollywood's biggest stars. E.T. for short. Phone home. E.T. phone home. E.T. phone home. Ha, say, that reminds me of the movie we're talking about today. And Dunstan checks in. What? I'm getting a note. Okay, we're talking about E.T. the Extra-Terrestrial, specifically a really magical scene that I'm sure you remember. Alfred Hitchcock was a director who was really good at making mundane things terrifying. Things like scissors, birds, and of course, showers. Scary stuff.
Good evening.
If you're like me and you like to shower with your pet bird and your favorite scissors, you live in fear. Hitchcock takes the mundane, the normal, the everyday, and he loads it up with scary sauce. Regular things become terrible, ugly, creepy, malevolent things. Which is extra creepy because, yeah, sure, spooky old castles are spooky, but how often do you visit a spooky old castle?
I bid you welcome.
You take a shower every day. It's a little bit like what the director we're actually talking about today, Steven Spielberg, did with his first big hit, Jaws. Take something everybody loves, going to the beach, and remind them that an elemental predator could come out of nowhere and eat you up, just like an elemental predator could stab you in the shower. Actually, in real life, even if you do everything right, one day an elemental predator called death is gonna get you. Might be in the shower, might be at the beach, might be somewhere else, but it's gonna happen. Maybe when you least expect. Movies that can tap into that can be really scary. It lurks all around us, even in mundane everyday things.
You're gonna need a bigger boat.
But unlike Hitchcock, Steven Spielberg is a director who, when he has a mind to, can also do the opposite. He can take ordinary things and make them awe-inspiring and magical. And that's what he's doing here, with E.T. and Elliot riding the bike together. In this scene, Spielberg brings together two things from your childhood into one image that's unforgettable. One of the things is physical. It's riding a bike. And the other thing is spiritual. It's the feeling you had as a kid of wanting to fly, of wanting to be in touch with something outside of yourself, something magical, something transcendent. It's a desire to know, to see God, a longing for the divine. So Spielberg is effortlessly tapping into all of that stuff from your childhood. And he's creating a memory that you never had. And yet you almost do remember it because you had a bike, and sometimes it could almost fly.
Come on! Stand up! Stand up!
And this is one of the qualities that makes Spielberg a great director. He knows how to tap into what you want, what you found thrilling, or exciting, or funny, or desirable. And in a few seconds, there it is. He's given it to you in a simple image. And it makes you feel all the things you felt as a kid. That sense of wonder, that sense of imagination and play, that sense of transcendence. Of course, all Spielberg is doing is what anyone who tells fantasy stories or fairy tales does, which is evoking the transcendent, putting us in touch with that ache that we all have to know the mysteries of God and of creation, which is an ache that God gave us because God wants us to worship Him. Just like God made us hungry so we would eat. Does that mean that if Spielberg evokes something about God, he's preaching the gospel? Does it automatically make E.T. like a pseudo-quasi-Christian film? All kinds of fantasy stories evoke divine transcendence. Some good, some bad. Just like all stories evoke the specter of death. Some good, some bad. A responsible viewer doesn't stop at noticing that certain things evoke or resemble other things. He keeps thinking about it, and he asks himself, are these things being evoked to good ends? Of course, that starts with understanding what realities Spielberg or Hitchcock or whoever is gesturing at when they make you feel what they make you feel.
Well, that's all for today. Now, one thing I do have to say is, space aliens, what a bunch of malarkey. Malarkey, I tell you. Whoa, 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 whoa.